welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another video. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let's get right into this one. All right, so the first console I'm going to show you is my Dreamcast setup. Also, let me quickly just show you my control setup. So I have the all blue controller, official, from Dreamcast or Sega, as you may say. And I do have the blue memory card. We're gonna go ahead and turn it off and turn it right back on. Now the Dreamcast should boot into my mod. All right. This is what's called the GD menu, and as you can see, I have a couple of games here. I'm gonna go ahead and boot one of my all-time favorites, Crazy Taxi. And as you can see, it boots up no problem, reads my memory card, and lets me play the game. All right, so now let's take a quick look inside of the Dreamcast. So it looks like a regular Dreamcast. Everything is pretty much regular. Keep it side here. Regular stuff. But the biggest difference is here. So I do not have a disk drive. I have this SD card, micro SD card loader. And in here is where I have my games. This thing right here has been 3D printed. Go ahead and take it apart so we can look inside. Perfect. So this is what it looks like inside. This is the GD menu mod. And this is the whole board. As you can see, this is the SDHC reader. Go ahead and get a little bit closer. And this is pretty much what has been replaced. Instead of a disk drive, which most Dreamcasts have, we replace it with this. And that's how we are able to load the games right on this. And there isn't really much to it. It's not that hard of a mod to put in. It's actually very easy. The hardest thing is just getting this 3D printed and making sure it stays stable up here. All right, so over here now we have the PS2. Now the PS2, the way that the magic works is I have this adapter right here. It's officially from Sony. It's called the multi-tab. So with this, I'm able to put more than one controller and memory card. So with this, I'm able to load what's called the FMCB, which is the soft mod memory card that you can purchase. I'll give you the link in the video description. And then we have a wireless controller, a third-party wireless controller that I have. But this is just something I use so like that I can put more than one memory card and controller. So the PS2 mod consists of that memory card that I showed you, but also this little thing back here. Let me go ahead and show you. All right, so just like the Dreamcast, this is a special attachment, and this attachment pretty much helps you connect an SSD with SATA to the PS2. The original adapter that Sony actually sold, you were able to connect a 3.5 SATA 3 hard drive. With this one, you're able to do this SSD. This is the regular official PPH from Sony. So as you can see, the difference between this one and the other one I showed you is that this one has this type of connection and this type of power. I'll have the link to this adapter in the video description so you can take a look. These things here were actually 3D printed, as you can tell, and it's so the hard drive doesn't move while it's inside. So you can see it's a little stable here, so it does not move once it's inside. Go ahead and put that back. So what you do is you'll put the games inside of that SSD. Before I move on from the PS2, let's go ahead and show you my PS2 Slim, all white. This is the setup that I have for the PS2 Slim. And just like with the, I guess you can say the fat PS2, I also have that FMCB memory card, but instead of having an SSD on it, I just have a simple flash drive.
All right, now we're booting into the PS2. So as you can see, free MC boot. This is that soft mod that it's in that memory card I showed you. So what we want to go ahead and do is click here, open PS LD. This will go ahead and load up our games that are on that SSD. All right, we'll click circle. We'll move to the right and you'll see right there all of my games inside of that SSD. For the sake of this channel, we'll go ahead and put GTA Vice City. And as you can see, loads up, no problems whatsoever.
Alright, so we've looked at Sony's PS2, we looked at Sega's Dreamcast, and now we're going to go ahead and look at Nintendo's GameCube. Alright, for the Nintendo GameCube soft mod, this one is a little tricky. So for this one, I had to go ahead and find a copy of this action replay disc right here. So I had to go ahead and buy this action replay disc. And this disc is honestly a little expensive right now. I think you could probably find it on eBay or Amazon for about $60. But after you get that disc, then you're able to get this right here. So this is what makes the mod possible, or where you're able to store your games for the GameCube. This is just a simple 128 gigs. And then we just pop that right in here. Another thing that I forgot to mention that makes the GameCube mod possible is this SD. Mind you, you need something smaller than 8 gigs, so something like 2 gigs to be able to put the Swift software in here. And then what you do is you just put it in here, and then this other part goes into the GameCube. So it goes into the GameCube like so, right here. So this will be the setup. This, the action replay, and this at the bottom.
All right, so now that we're on the GameCube, our soft mod booted up, and that's because of the help of the action replay. As you can see, the Swift, I guess you can say application is what helps us run this soft mod. As you can see, Swift 0.6 is up, and then I can go ahead and pick one of these games and just load it up. Mario Superstar Baseball. Alright, and that's pretty much it. I have a whole bunch of modded consoles. If you guys like this type of video, let me know. And go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. See you on the next one. Peace.
Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go. Yeah.
CJ, no.
I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second and fate shovels shit in my face. Go get some sleep. What are you gonna do?
I'll drop by your office tomorrow and we can start sorting this mess out.